Today, I want to take you on a brief journey through the powerful and often overlooked legacy of the Buffalo Soldiers, a name that invokes bravery, resilience, and service in the face of intense adversity. The term Buffalo Soldiers was first used by Native American tribes to describe African American soldiers of the 9th and 10th Cavalry Regime of the United States Army, formed in 1866 after the Civil War. Over time, it became a symbol of honor for all African American soldiers who served on the Western frontier and in later conflicts. One of the most unique individuals associated with the Buffalo Soldiers is Cathy Williams, disguised as a man under the name William Cathy. She became the first African American woman to enlist in the U.S. Army and the only known female Buffalo Soldier. Her courageous decision to serve, despite the double burden of racism and sexism, remains a remarkable act of defiance and determination. Another towering figure is Henry O. Flipper, the first African American to graduate from West Point in 1877. He went on to serve as a second lieutenant in the 10th Cavalry, but despite his talents and integrity, he was court-martialed under dubious circumstances. Though after his death, he was cleared of wrongdoing. His story highlights the systemic discrimination faced by Black soldiers even while they served honorably. Fast forward to World War II, and we see the Buffalo Soldiers' legacy continue with the heroic work of the 93rd, 95th, and 97th Engineer General Service Regime. These all-Black units were instrumental in the construction of the Alaska Highway, a critical military supply route stretching from Dawson Creek in British Columbia to Delta Junction in Alaska. One of their most notable feats was the building of the Saconnie Chief River Bridge, an engineering marvel completed under harsh weather conditions in record time. Despite their vital contributions, these regimes often faced segregated living conditions and limited conditions. Not all the stories end in triumph. The Houston Riot of 1917, also known as the Camp Logan Mutiny, was a tragic chapter. It began when soldiers of the 24th Infantry grew tired of brutal racism and violence from local white citizens and police, and retaliated after a Black soldier was unjustly arrested and beaten. The resulting chaos led to the deaths of civilians and soldiers alike, and the largest court-martial in U.S. military history. 19 Black soldiers were executed and over 60 received life sentences. It was a sobering reminder of the racism Black soldiers faced, even while in uniform. It wasn't until more than a century later in 2023 that the Army overturned these convictions, acknowledging that the trials were racially biased and unjust. The story of the Buffalo Soldiers is more than a military history. It's a reflection of America's complex legacy of bravery amid injustice and sacrifice in the face of oppression. From Cathy Williams' hidden identity to Henry O. Flipper's shattered promise to the engineers of the Alaskan wilderness and the riot born of racial strife in Houston. These stories remind us that patriotism doesn't always look like history books suggest. It often looks like perseverance in the face of silence. The National Association of Buffalo Soldiers, Troopers, Motorcycle Club was founded in 1999 by Kenneth Dreammaker Thomas, a Chicago police officer. We began with a vision to create a motorcycle club that not only celebrated African American heritage, but also contributed positively to the communities across the nation. By adopting the legacy of the Buffalo Soldiers, our organization emphasizes service, mentorship, and community engagement. Our motto, one club, one patch, one mindset, reflects our commitment to unity and shared purpose. Through various programs and initiatives, the National Association of Buffalo Soldiers and Troopers Motorcycle Club continues to honor the past while actively shaping a positive future. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you coming to learn about the rich history of the Buffalo Soldiers. I hope you take this knowledge and share it with others to keep the history alive for years to come.